Well, that's gonna happen anyway, sir. I hope you know.
Look,
this.
no, I want. All right,
I don't think there was one person that was listening to this just now and assumed that you were actually gonna deliver any quality. Raise your hand if you thought Tom was gonna deliver some quality, because I didn't think so.
Trick question. You can't see anybody. Dumb.
Oh, he fucking got me. He got me. All right. You're listening to the Double D's podcast.
I'm dumb.
I'm D.respect.
You got a great set of tits.
I get so angry thinking about this kid.
Because that's what most people are bitching about.
Up in New York, you know what I mean? We like to eat out here. You know?
You gotta stop looking at interacting with people online as a cheap date. My father used to drink.
Get the fuck away from me. I'm done.
I come a lot, by the way.
You're going to do the rap stuff.
If you didn't say it, somebody in the comment section would have said it.
It's like how you feel when you're having a paranoid high.
That's a dynamic connection right there. First hit single of 2015. Double D's is hitting you off with that good old pop music. Derivative of Hanson's Here comes 2015 bop. 2015 bop. 2015 bop.
Do you hear that sound of our subscribers just unsubscribing? Just ugh.
They don't want to hear it. I have phlegm in my throat.
I did a decent freestyle. I probably did the best freestyle of my life yesterday, listening to it was some instrumental. Oh yeah, we got an intro. How unprofessional of me.
Wait. You freestyled in front of another person?
No, it's myself.
This is
what are you talking about?
So you put the hoodie on, you did the whole B-Rabbit thing?
No, I wasn't like... I just got done doing my laundry.
Ding,
oh, you know what it was? It was one of my favorite tracks, Coconut, from Fever Ray. Do you know Fever Ray?
No.
Do you know The Knife?
Fever Ray is The Knife?
Do you know Fever Ray or The Knife?
No.
Okay. There's some band from Norway or Sweden, one of those super Nordic white countries up north. Yeah, but they do pretty good. It doesn't even matter what they do. All right, electronic, like scary electronica beats. Anyway, this track Coconut was playing. I love this song because it's like a 7-minute build. It starts off. It's
Well, if it sounds anything like Sea of Chandeliers, I can already picture your freestyle.
It's kind of, you know what? I can see it.
All right, I'm listening
it's
to
like
it right
a
now.
slower. I love that song. It's way slow in the beginning. Go to like, she doesn't start singing until like 4 or 5 minutes in. She only sings for like 30.
The song is 6 minutes long.
I know it's long, dude. It's a long ass track. Yeah, but for the first instrumental part, I was busting a rhyme. I just got done doing my laundry.
You were freestyling to this?
Yeah, dude.
This is the weirdest thing to possibly freestyle to. Why couldn't you
No,
just
it
take
was
a conventional
tight,
beat?
Because that's what I was listening to, and I was feeling it. I was feeling the rhythm.
Fucking I mean, you experimental heads out there, you fuck. Well, what, you started hearing this, and then you started channeling.
Yeah, I was like, yes, dude.
Your God
yeah,
MC,
bro.
your God MC Ride.
Yeah.
Dun. What about this beat, when you hear it, says, I'm going to start rhyming random words and see, like, what about this beat told you that?
First off, I love this. Are we not going to intro? This is Double D's.
The intro just played, sir. We don't have to do it.
I have to say who I am. They don't know that I'm Dom.
You don't know who you are. That's a problem here.
Look, anyway.
You're the guy who freestyles over fucking Fever Ray coconuts.
Look, I like the beat, all right? It's like, it's a good beat.
But you freestyled
right.
at the beginning, like the first 45 seconds, the whole build up. That's
exactly, yeah. No,
okay, more understandable there. But when it sort of crescendos towards the end, I'm thinking of you.
No.
Your voice is getting all high pitched and you're getting all emotional because you're fucking giving it your all.
I was just singing generic shit like, you can't see me. I shit on you. I shit on me. All this stuff like that. But that's all I can freestyle about is shit and dicks, because those two rhyme. I always end up using those two. Or bitch. That's a good thing to rhyme. But anyway, yeah, I was feeling the beat, right? I just got done doing my laundry. I felt clean and fresh. I smelt the morning breeze of my fabric softener sheets. And, I got into it, man.
Of course, there was
spit
no
a-
one
few
around
bars.
to critique this freestyle, and you would never dare freestyle my presence.
No, because no.
Come on, it'd be fun. We have to do that one time.
Yeah, no, yeah, that would be fun though.
No,
I can
no,
do it right now.
I'm serious. I don't want to.
I'll do it right now.
I'll fucking okay.
Then why would you say that then?
All right.
If you didn't mean
Let's
it.
see. So you want me to give you some sort of a beatbox beat, something
Yeah, okay.
that
let's
you can
go.
go with?
Let's
All right. I can't think of any sort of beat. I'll go
Yeah,
with
Mr. Superior.
Well, the
looking down
intro.
on me.
Okay, I'll go with the intro of fucking Fever Ray Coconut.
No. Don't do that because then if I do a shitty job.
Well, that's gonna happen anyway, sir. I hope you know.
Look,
this.
no, I want. All right.
I don't think there was one person that was listening to this just now and assumed that you were actually going to deliver any quality. Raise your hand if you thought Tom was going to deliver some quality, because I didn't think so.
Trick question. You can't see anybody. Dum.
Oh, he fucking got me. He got me. All right. But you want
All
to do
right,
it anyway?
all right.
You
Yeah.
wanna do
Spit,
this?
all right, I'm gonna spit a bar. Right. I just made an account at TD Bank because I look like Shabba Ranks. My dick shoots blanks because I'm 50 years old. All told, I'm a messiah. You're a pariah. I don't know what that means, but I spit it like Heems, who just put a new track. And I stuttered. My balls flutter, because they're separate, not equal. Like the sugar you put on your cereal.
Keep going, son. Keep going. This is the acapella version of freestyle.
I'm not a rapper though. I'm not a rapper. You know what I mean? I'm just not.
How many rappers did you know in high school?
You know, I was watching a lot of MTV and BET, so like I was up on like. Is it safe to say that if you know?
No,
like,
I'm asking how many rappers did you know who attended your high school?
Oh, I thought you meant. Oh, okay.
No.
Now define rapper. Like who?
Well,
you know what I mean. Like how do you qualify that?
Okay. Well, just a kid who, he had a notepad. I guess he walked around. Maybe he freestyled in the lunchroom. Too many to count in my high school.
You know, there were a good amount. There were a lot. I knew one personally. He was decent.
I know. I know. Yo, check it out, my nigga. Yo.
Oh, Jesus
I
Christ.
ain't gonna kick
Let me
this around
fucking...
right now. I ain't gonna kick
Look,
it. Hold on, man.
Can I just please go to my next class, dude? Just get the fuck out of my way.
I just need you to hear my 16 bars, man, because
All right,
I just wrote this shit and like this
give me the
shit's
CD
fire.
player. Give me the CD player.
No, a CD player, man. I kick it live right now, man. Check this out. Check it out.
Christ. All right.
Julio in the hallway. You see me all day. You don't say hi. It makes me think that you're gay. I got my glasses on. I'm here with Almonic. He's a dick. And buy my CD, man.
All right, I'll see you later, dude.
Okay.
Julio.
Julio was a quality MC. He tried.
I fucking poisoned his lunch several times. He just, like Rasputin, he wouldn't die.
So they were the popular rapper types that got a lot of attention, or was it just
No,
a dorky thing?
No. There were never any popular ones. I think the extent of rappers at my school was there was lunchtime freestyle, where outside during the lunches people would stand around by the temporary trailers. I don't know if your school was like mine, but we had massive overpopulation issue, and
For 2015.
yes, it's the first water sip of 20. Yeah, the guys would just
More like a
get
gulp.
into a circle. Yeah, they would get into a circle and just bust those bars at each other. So I was never cool enough to hang out with them though. I was with the Yu-Gi-Oh kids, like the anime kids from Japanese class. So we didn't.
But you acknowledged skill when you heard it.
I was never out there to hear it, so I have no idea.
Okay.
And the crowds were just too large for me to even get to the center.
Plus,
here.
you weren't really into rap much back then, were you?
I was, like I said, you know what? I knew rap in terms of like singles, but not necessarily. I didn't really listen to that many albums, with the exception of like, I think like Eminem, Dr. Dre, I would listen to. Yeah. I don't know why it was those two. I would always. There might have been one more rapper. Oh yeah, Kanye, of course.
Was there ever any connection when you listen to Eminem? Because I know you didn't necessarily say that you got bullied in high school, but you were sort of fucked with to some degree.
Yeah,
I guess
but
because
no
you
way.
were on the fringe a bit.
Yeah, and I mean, the extent of my bullying. I mean, like Julio like bugged me a little bit, but like I could whoop his ass. So I guess that was
I
like.
apologize. I'm sorry.
So yeah, he made everything better. Everything's okay now.
Yeah, thanks, Julio.
But listening to Eminem, was there any sort of
angst? No,
like
no,
yeah, fucking bully, you got what you deserve.
No, you know what it was is this kid, a Salvadorian kid, Marvin, who I used to live near. I used to go over to his house every morning before I had to go to the bus. So we rode the same bus. So I go to his place. We touch dicks together, whatnot.
Of course.
Play N64. Have a Pepsi. Watch MTV. And one day he showed me Marshall Mathers LP. And I was like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? It's the first time I'd heard him. Shit was scary, man. You know what? It was a Slim Shady LP. That's what it was.
Okay.
When I heard Kim, I was scared. I was legitimately scared. I was like, this sounds like some demonic shit that I should not be listening to.
Marshall Mathers LP is Kim.
Oh, that's the one. Never mind.
Yeah, that's the second one. Well, technically. Actually, it was Infinite.
Oh, really?
You get one of those.
The fuck is Infinite?
Infinite is an independent release that he had before everything.
Damn.
So, yeah, and then there's the other guy who's going to come out and say, actually, it was, I don't know, Godiva Chocolates. Whatever the fuck. I don't know. An artist is always going to have releases that they put out when they weren't shit. I mean, when they were just that guy on the block where it was like, well, technically this was his release. And it was like, no, actually it was a shitty mixtape of songs that he put together over the course of like 2 years. And he said, here's my mixtape. You know what I'm saying? It's not anything.
You don't think that's relevant to his
No, that's
catalog?
not relevant to his catalog whatsoever. I mean,
yeah,
some people might want to.
Shit.
Well,
That's like a painter doing some like sketches and stuff. In considering the context of like their whole body of work, when they're dead, that stuff is going to be considered.
Very few people consider Infinite as Eminem's like first, like his very first thing.
Studio albums are the only ones that count for some reason,
right?
And not mixtapes.
Plus, was Infinite an EP? Hold on. Hold on. Infinite might have been an EP. Infinite had about 11 tracks. Okay, so so you figure that's a full that's a pretty full album. But very few people will mention that and say like, oh, first it started with the with the Slim Shady shit. But like I said, a release that an artist puts out around his block, and nobody knows who the fuck he is. He's not in the big leagues yet. He doesn't have a bunch of eyes looking at him. So I think anybody can create a masterpiece when nobody listens to them, and then, that's why that's why sophomore albums are so tough, because when the fucking world, when everybody's waiting to hear what the fuck you've got to put out after you put out a great debut, that's when a lot of people crumble. I mean, shit, it happened to Jay-Z. It happens to the best of us.
What was Jay-Z's The Blueprint?
No, I know you weren't serious about that. No, Life and Times of...
That was half a joke, but I also didn't know, like...
S. Carter, I believe. Life in Time.
Real clever, putting his name as the album. Just like Eminem. Slim Shady LP. Great.
No.
Name.
No. That it wasn't S. Carter. What the fuck was the title listing?
Beyonce.
Hard Knock. It was the first Hard Knock Life. No, In My Lifetime. There you go. That was his second album. Yeah, so In My Lifetime was considered sort of a commercial failure because of that reason. But, that's what it is. It's when everybody's waiting for you. How do you perform when it's under pressure?
Who said this? I got a lot of beef, so logically I shit on my foot. Something like that?
Jay-Z.
Oh, okay. All right.
Still inside of me. As far as progress, you be hard-pressed to find another nigga's hot as me. I give you, what was that, Hard Knock Life, yeah.
Okay. I just pulled that. You see that?
Yeah.
I got them skills.
In your mental Rolodex, even though you had no fucking clue who said it. At least know who the person is. If you don't know the song, that's fine, because there's so many fucking songs to memorize.
My brain just like spat out a piece of paper. All right, say this. Go ahead and rap this, Dom. This is a good idea. Just put it out there. Maybe it'll work.
There's like a fucking there's like an insane hip hop head in your fucking head who's just like writing just random notes and like, go ahead, read this. Who wrote it? Don't worry about it. It's not important.
I have no idea. So there were a lot of rappers in your school. A lot of aspiring.
Plenty of course. You know, I used to do a little rapping myself, but I didn't do it in high school. That was just like afterwards where I would write things, but it was never in high school. In high school, the only thing that happened to me was a confrontation that I had with this big, tall, ugly bitch who randomly said something about me in the middle of a freestyle, and it was my responsibility the next day to come with a rhyme and shoot it back at her, and that's exactly what I did. She was this big, like, she must have been, like, I'm 6'1". I'm not sure. I was probably 6'1" back in high school. I'm pretty sure I was about 17, 18. Yeah. She must have been, like, 5'10". This girl's fucking tall. You don't see girls like that tall. Not in high school, at least. Yeah. And she looked like the Grinch. So the Grinch decided to throw a few bars at me, and I threw a few bars back. But I don't remember exactly what I said.
Did you destroy her?
No, I fucking, son, I went in. The Don DeMarcos went off. It was crazy, my nigga. It's over. She dropped out. She got pregnant. Who knows?
She died on the spot?
She died, everything.
That'd be it would be tight if her soul just fucking banished her from this realm with your rhymes. That'd be tight.
I love the language that's used when you lyrically obliterate someone. It's just you ether that person. It's like if you really saw what ether would do to a person's flesh.
Yeah.
It's like that's always an interesting choice of words that people use. Ether that nigga, B. Or else, if it's not ether, it's body bags, nigga.
Body bags. The rhyme is so hard that the ambulance comes out. The dude's still alive. How do you feel about this type of rhyme? Where I'm gonna have to use daylight as an example because it's the most recent. Listen, it's the most recent one I can think of. It's like, dude, you soft like candy. Your name stupid, Randy, like that sort of thing.
That's that's basically that's what used to be a simile, but now what basically makes a simile is, I guess, the word like.
I believe.
Or as.
Like or as.
Right.
He is as stupid as a piece of shite.
Or you smell like shit. Drake, was the one who basically sort of broke through with that. I can't remember any Drake lyrics off the top of my head, but Drake, you would say things like that. Like, he'll say something like podcast, double, Dominic. Hey, yeah. Well, I'm not really articulating it right, but you understand what I mean.
I know what you. Yeah, it's like colon. It's like statement colon statement. Mm-hmm.
Now
I bald came out.
Yeah, that's what I keep remembering.
Chemo.
When did he say that? Chemo.
Ball. Who
was that?
Countrywide tour be the outcome.
That was with Eminem.
Yeah.
Right. Want this shit forever. Whatever. Conceited, I would say, is somebody who made that really popular within the battle rap circuit, which is why I always fucking hated Conceited. By the way, always hated.
I don't like the look. I don't like the look he gives after he spits a good bar. It's like, he rang.
Ether you nigga. Body bagged you nigga.
I'm doing this thing with my face. The curled smile.
Sort of the Cat Williams kind of thing.
Yeah. It's like you stroke your long mustache. I did it.
Hey, on the subject of Cat Williams, a man with a very similar hairdo, I have been watching quite an amount of this Eric Andre show, and I have to see that it's due in large part of your digs. You guys got to subscribe to Dominic Roburn's channel. He's a good guy here. Link in the description below here.
Yeah.
Explain this show to us, sir.
The Eric Andre show is an alternate reality talk show. If you ever watch Jimmy Fallon, Conan, all that stuff, cool. But imagine if Conan was the worst talk show host in existence, and not only that, but his environment was toxic to him and everyone on the show. Like, you might come in as a guest and sit on the chair, and it swallows you whole, or like a bunch of zombies come out and start eating you or something like that. This is the kind of universe, this chaotic universe that they try and create on the Eric Andre show. So they'll have guests like Tyler, the creator, which is actually airing tonight. I'm excited to see this one. They'll have guests come on, and they might have a tiny idea of what's going to happen, but it's like candid reactions to weird shit happening, like a chicken coming out and it turns into the dance club where they start yelling at the chicken.
Doc chicken.
Yeah, Doc Chicken, Doc Chicken, Doc Chicken. But yeah, Hannibal Buress is the co-host, and he's the straight man, because Eric Andre is completely insane on the show, like peeing into his own mouth. He destroys the set every episode. But Hannibal is the straight man who's like sitting there on the couch and telling him like, "Dude, you're fucking retarded."
Always questioning and disapproving of everything he does.
Right, but he's also crazy though.
Yeah.
So I mean, and sometimes they'll go they'll show the crew who are all, it'll be like some janitor behind the camera who's like eating chips or something. Mm-hmm. It's good, but go ahead. What do you think? How much of it did you watch?
I love the show. Well, I've seen clips of the show online. I've seen a few episodes. I've seen a few episodes of the show.
See, the clips are good because you're not in between interviews. I think the show is really about the interviews. Like they do skits in between where they do a lot of like candid cam stuff where Eric Andre will just go on a New York subway in like a centaur outfit and like spill Cheerios on people. It's kind of cool, but it's about the interviews.
Yeah, that I'm not too interested about.
Right.
When he goes down to the streets and he does that. With the interviews, one thing that they do that's amazing, and I don't know why no one thought of this before, was interviewing people who aren't really people.
Yeah, like
George
Russell
Clooney
Brand.
wasn't George Clooney. He looked nothing like George Clooney. He didn't even act or sound like George Clooney. Jay-Z was an Asian man. But it's like, you know what the funny thing is? And, you know, Jay-Z and Beyonce, they come on the show. I'm not sure Beyonce was a white lady, but Jay-Z's like a 50-year-old skinny Asian man, and they're asking him questions, and he's being belligerent, he's being ridiculous, and the only way that he connects himself to Jay-Z is he says, "I'm fucking Jay-Z." You know? And it's like, you think about it for a second, it's like, how ridiculous is this shit that I'm watching? Like, how on any universe could I associate this? In no way, shape, or form does this person look, sound, or anything like Jay-Z. Like, this is so absurd that this is happening. But it's, I don't know, for some reason within that fucking universe, it makes total fucking sense. Because like you said, Eric Andre's a fucking maniac.
Yeah.
I also want to say that my favorite line of the show was delivered by Hannibal Buress, by the way. Hannibal Buress had this line when Eric had asked someone about, he asked Seth Rogen about, how high have you been? And Hannibal said, I remember I got really high one time, and I basically thought that this whole show is Eric's plot to murder me. He said something like that. Like, this is leading up to the point where he's going to murder me. And then I came down, and I said, whoa, man, you were really fucked up. By the way, when he said this, Eric Andre was not paying attention to him.
But that's a common thread in the show. Like, people say stuff that's really funny, but like no one acknowledges it. Like, the camera will just pan off. Yes. Like, it's just an aside. Like, really funny shit. Or like they'll pan to the house band, and like one of them will be dying or some shit. And it's casual. Everything it's normal. Like someone vomiting on themselves. The only real reactions you'll get on this show are from the guest.
Yes.
They'll be like, "What's happening? Oh my god!" Or like, I like when they have like some cute female guest who's promoting some dumb sitcom, and she's like, "Yeah, well, you know, it comes out later," and then they just start like throwing Cheetos at her or some shit, like rush her off.
Right.
Like, no, because no one cares really. No one gives a shit about whatever they're promoting on these shows. Yeah, like Jimmy Fallon, you know.
Nothing's ever promoted on the show. Nothing ever comes across. When George Clooney came on the show, George Clooney said something about that he had sex with some woman, with his wife, the first night that he met her. And he said, but she didn't speak English. And Eric and George continue to have a conversation. And in between, you know, sentences by Eric and sentences by George, Hannibal's saying, wait, hold up. Like, we're just not going to comb over what you just said. We're not going to gloss over what you said. Like, how did you get the smash the first night if she doesn't speak English? Like, for some reason, Hannibal was really hung up on that thought. Like,
And of course, they ignored him. They just kept
they
talking.
completely ignored him. It's like, dude, it's not important. We've moved on already. I love
But
it. Yeah.
did you see the Chance the Rapper one?
No,
Where he's in
I
a,
haven't,
in
I
a
haven't.
teacup.
No, the only full episode that I've seen is the one that featured Seth Rogen. I haven't seen the George Clooney one because I just saw that on clips on YouTube. But, I've got a little more time this weekend to get to some of that stuff when I can. So I'll definitely get to it.
The one that I would suggest, this is kind of, it's kind of strange that I'm saying this, but you have to watch the episode where it's the Hannibal Buress show instead. He hosts, and that's probably the best one. Yeah,
Did this
check
involve his father's dick out?
that. Yeah, Nick Cannon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I saw the clip. Oh, I got to watch the episode.
Young
in their
Jeezy
entirety.
as Jesus.
Yes.
But
That brand of comedy, I mean, is that the same brand of comedy that you, because I've never seen Voyeur Squad. Is it
Loiter Squad, yeah.
Voyeur- I've never seen any of that stuff.
It's kind of in the same realm, like a super, super absurdist realities. But that's absurdist reality is something that, like, ever since Monty Python, that's been sort of the standard for sketch comedy. Like, what do you call it? Key and Peele. Like, they live in an absurdist reality. But I would argue that something like the Eric Andre show is like even more so. Like absurdist or like super, super weird. Like because you'll watch a Key and Peele sketch and everything it's kind of nuts, but that maybe it's the fact that it's on Comedy Central and like, they can't push it too far. Like they can't have like too much like shit or piss or like people dying in specific sketches because like standards and practices will like come down on you if you do a certain amount. But it seems like Adult Swim comes on way later and they don't really expect to get that many more viewers, so they probably have a lot more freedom to do crazy shit.
Yeah, plus it's the pothead.
Yeah.
The pothead thing sort of goes into that as well.
Yeah.
Sort of scatterbrain thing. I mean, if you saw this thing and you were really lit, it could set off a bad trip. It could.
I think so. Yeah, because sometimes they'll just start screaming at each other or something, or like people would be. I keep saying it, like the dying or people getting killed and shit like that. Like, what would set you off? Like, have you ever had a bad trip that was set off by a
Yeah, by something that I saw on TV. Definitely. Definitely. I told you one time it was set off by watching The Good Son with Macaulay Culkin when I came to the fucking realization
with his
that
pink lips.
With his what?
His lips are just too goddamn pink. I
Oh,
can't
really?
take it.
Well, that was probably the most pedo comment we've ever heard on this show. That was terrible,
Cute,
Dominic.
no, cute
Pink lips?
Those pink lips. His lips are so fucking red, dude.
Pedo.
Look at Google Macaulay Culkin right now if you're listening to this. Turn off this show, all right? Delete the fucking show from your phone right now and go look for Macaulay Culkin, all right, and his red lips as a kid.
All right, let's get to the bottom of this.
You'll see what I'm talking about. That's what makes him look so evil. Looks like he's
No
dipped his
more than
lips in
anyone
blood.
else who has
No,
fucking
dude, his
blood
lips are
pumping through
dipped in
their
blood.
veins.
It looks like he did that shit you did when you were a kid. You just rub Kool-Aid powder on your nose. I'm sorry, on your mouth, and just wet it a little bit so you get all red. You never did that?
No.
You never done fucking lines of Kool-Aid off your dick.
No, but there's this picture here where he's puckering up. I don't know if I want to send it to you or not. You might like stop podcasting and.
You didn't Google Macaulay Culkin lips, did you?
No, I just googled
That's
Macaulay
kind of
Culkin.
weird. Dude. Oh, nah, man. FBI is. Oh God, you ever see this shitty? Like you'll go through porn sites, obviously. You'll get the obvious pop up ads and pop under ads. Like the normal ones are like Live Jasmine or whatever.
You like that? Don't you love that when you're watching?
No,
a porn
lady,
site and then
I
there's
don't.
another window.
I do not.
Some chubby chick looking at the camera.
And that guy. No, I'm good. Please
What's
just
up,
be.
John 247? Thank you. You like
I
that?
only do that if it's private tokens only. Okay, private tokens.
Please show feet. That's the chat. Please show feet now, please.
Wife feet.
You please feet now.
Okay.
Okay, no more feet. I good now. No more feet. Feet, toe, open toe, sandal. Yeah, okay.
So you're on the porn sites.
And the funniest pop-up ad is this one where it says FBI. It says FBI, and it has a log, and it has like the USA Eagles on it and shit.
Okay,
and
right.
It's supposed to look official, but the part that gets me is a picture of Obama, and he's pointing at you like you killed someone. Yes, he's pointing at you, and he has a stern face, and he's like, and they say you're gonna be fined, like no, you're gonna go to jail unless you give the FBI $5,000. That's what it says.
Well, you know, the great thing about that is there's
one, right? There's one guy.
There's one guy who's right now he's taking out his information out of his debit card. He's giving him a routing
please,
number.
no. And they'll say shit like your family will be like they'll be notified about your activities unless you pay.
Mama's pointing at you.
Yeah.
By the way, you know what? If you Google Obama pointing, this man is notorious for fucking. I don't think there's one picture that I've seen in all these that are duplicates. These are all different pictures of him pointing to different directions. I understand that this is the politician norm, which is, you know, when you're saying things and you're trying to be assertive, you say, you know, I care about American values, and as you say values, you're supposed to sort of just thrust your finger forward as if that's really a line that I want to underscore.
I like the button. I like
the button is also another one, right?
That was Bill Clinton. So he's like, squeeze it. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
It's amazing to consider I'm pretty sure there is. I mean, I'm sure this man has coaches, and I don't know if at this point he's still learning about the art of oration. I don't know if that's the proper term. Oration.
Yes. You made a mistake. I want to point it out to everyone. All right, yeah, go ahead.
By the way, I just want to point out that that little vine going around is fucking hilarious. I just want to mention that the one with that kid who's cutting ass with another kid, and he's telling him like he goes, "Don't even say nothing to me, boy. You look like a motherfucking And that little part is comparable to a fucking motorcycle, apparently, to a lawnmower.
People have been going with it. Like,
have you seen it?
No.
Oh, dude,
But I can see it though. People are taking that sound.
That this is a thing. The fact that this is a thing is insane.
Now listen, okay, this is what I was talking about back when Alex from Target came out. Remember I told you about Alex from Target?
Not really.
Average ass white dude. Okay, just normal. Okay, good looking 17-year-old white dude working at Target.
First the kid with the red lips, now the good looking. Okay, go.
Right. Okay, you see where I'm going. All right. Okay. I got naked pictures of him. Okay.
Please take.
Now I'm going to jail.
Please take a look at this.
So Alex from Target, regular ass kid. All he's doing in this picture is scanning something at a cashier. Someone takes a picture of him, and it goes viral. If you Google Alex from Target right now, you'll see what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. And you have to wonder sometimes, like, Alex is doing literally nothing, and he's not like a supermodel. He's just a kid who's working at Target, and he's not even happy in the picture. And you have to wonder, what is it about certain things that makes them blow up? I mean, if something's funny, I'm like, okay, at least give it that. But remember, I'm in my mom's car, vroom vroom.
No.
I'm in my mom's car.
Oh, yes.
Vroom vroom.
Yes.
I like how I had to fucking sing it for you to know what I'm talking about.
Mom.
I'm in my mom's car. That shit, it's not... It's funny because she's shitty and she doesn't know what she's doing. But like, why that? Like, how many shitty things come out every day that could be elevated to that status? Like, why the fucking kid whose voice sounds like a lawnmower?
This is my theory. I mean, it's a pretty obvious one, but this has happened within my small circle of friends. Say if we're just shooting the shit and we're just sitting around smoking, or not even smoking. I mean, this used to happen with me and a particular friend of mine when we were just like teenagers, just sitting around and just watching shit. because I didn't smoke weed when I was a teenager. I just didn't. So we'd be watching a clip of something. Okay, the one that I have in mind is this isn't even a viral clip. This particular, if you look up man playing a banjo on ice, right?
Okay.
Man playing banjo on ice, right? Let's see. Okay, I found the clip. This clip has maybe 50,000 views. It's been shared, but it's not like massive, right?
That's like hip hop RPG numbers.
Hey, look, I mean, it got out to some people.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Now, we watched this clip when we were high as shit one time, and at one point of this video, this man, he says, what I'm going to do now is are you watching it?
I'm about to pull it
I just
up
sent
on
it
my
to
phone
you.
real quick. Yeah.
If you listen to the guy, he kind of sounds and looks like Bono. So he says, I'm going to try it again, except maybe this time with a banjo. So what he's going to attempt to do is he's going to play a banjo while walking down an ice-riddled hill.
Okay. I see.
So what made us laugh so much was the sentence that he tries to get out right before he falls. It's
All right,
like
it's coming up. Hang on.
See, when he goes, I'm just rocking, that mangled piece of speech, my friend kept replaying it and replaying it. And I think I was having a
shit.
conversation with another one of my boys, and he kept playing it, and he just kept saying, Armrest feeders, armrest bringers, and we, within 5 minutes, the whole room, we were all red, we were crying.
Are you getting at the fact that you created a Vine?
No, it wasn't me. It was him. He kept playing it and playing it, but it wasn't the fact that he kept playing it. It was infectious when he couldn't stop laughing at it. He couldn't stop laughing at it, and that sort of energy just made its way throughout the whole room. And for whatever fucking reason, this thing was. We must have said the next 15 because we're fucking stupid. I mean, that's pretty much the underlying thing here.
Yeah, of course.
Because we're fucking idiots. For 15 minutes, we were obsessed over this thing. I had to get out of the room because my stomach hurt so much. And so that's the thing. It doesn't always have to necessarily be something that's funny, like, Alex at Target. But it's just, I don't know what it is. It's just about, maybe you could say that it's just, but it's got to start. What's the base number? I mean, this, I'm asking you this. Obviously, you wouldn't really know. What do you think is the base?
I do know, actually. But go on.
Fuck the all-knowing Dominic Rob.
I do know, but go on, please. Please ask.
What
me.
do you think is the base number of people that's needed to make something go viral? Like for people to share it, or is it just one? Is it just one, or is it just a base of 1,000?
If Tyler retweets something that you did and you thought it was funny, you're good.
Okay.
I mean, so the real question is how much star power do you need? How much pull? Because you can. Okay, I always refer to these things in terms of StarCraft. Have you played StarCraft?
I think I'm familiar with StarCraft.
Okay,
I've seen it
real quick. In StarCraft, there are 3 races. You get the Zerg, who are these tiny roach creatures, and you send out 1 million of them. They're easy to make, but they die super quickly. Okay. One of them is worth little. You get the Terran, who are humans. They're basically in between easy to make and difficult to make. You get the Protoss, super difficult to make, but are very powerful. So what you want is, you can get 1 million Zerg, which are guys who have 2 Twitter followers, but you need a lot of them. Mm-hmm. Or you try and get the Protoss guys. Like if you somehow get the attention of I don't know who the fuck, Terrence Howard.
It's always Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen this, guys? This video is just too funny, and I just wanted to share it. Yes.
Yeah, if you get on Ellen, you're good. Mm-hmm. Or Kimmel, but sometimes you don't need that, and you can just. But I think it's much tougher if you're gonna just go with the everyman showing it to his friend.
Right. Well,
but,
I remember in Black Mirror in the first episode where the mayor had to have sex with the pig, And, he asked for it to be deleted. And, his people were telling him, we deleted it within like 9 minutes. But, before that, it had already been seen by 50,000 people.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, shit, dude. Somebody had to download that shit. I think when something reaches, that amount, that before people start actually replicating it, putting it, on different sites and, on different players and shit like that.
Maybe going viral isn't. It is a good thing for your content.
Why do I sense an Andy Warhol thing coming on here with like duplication and stuff?
Would you calm down?
All right.
Pal?
Go ahead.
No. It's not going to that. Okay. What I was gonna say is maybe it's not as great of a thing as we make it out to be, because you look at any random piece of viral content from, I don't know, give me something from like 5 years ago.
Charlie Bit My Finger.
Charlie Bit My Finger. It's like, we know what it is, but it's like, is it still funny? Is it still... you look at the quality of the video and it's like, it's grainier than it is now, and it feels old. And I think it's like... I think we just discard these things after they go viral. I don't think they stick around in our consciousness. Like, okay, they do, but I don't know if...
Listen, Techno Viking has to be seen at least 5 times a year minimum. I have to watch that.
Who's that?
Techno Viking is just the most amazing video that you'll ever see. And if you haven't seen Techno Viking... I'm not going to explain Techno Viking because there's no explaining it.
Right.
It'd be like I'm trying to explain the kaleidoscope to a blind man. I'm never going to be able to get across just how amazing this clip
all
is.
right. Is this the one where the guy's on a boat and he's just playing
No,
guitar
a guy's not on a boat. And like I said, I'm not going to explain it. I'm just, I'll send you the link and you just have to watch it. I'm pretty sure most of our listeners, either on iTunes or on YouTube, they've seen Techno Viking. But Techno Viking it's one of those clips that plays out in a certain way that it almost seems scripted.
Yeah.
And it's just ridiculous. But like I said, I won't explain it. But
it's gonna get weird when we're all wearing our GoPros in our eyeballs or with Google Glass and just recording everything constantly, and we're all looking for viral moments to happen, and we're all just trying to curate our lives. We already do this. Whenever you hear someone, world star, he's like, okay, this moment can be captured and shared. I can profit from this right now. Mm-hmm. But at some point, we're going to be having this shit recorded all the time, and people are going to be trying to orchestrate, like, create these moments, or just looking for every moment, looking for weird shit to happen that you can just show everybody, so you can get that fucking 1 million views.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Amish baby. Not gonna put that one in the description below. You guys look it up. You can look at Man with a Banjo on Ice or whatever.
My arm is full.
But this was a small, a very large detour, and I think that's kind of what makes this podcast what it is, and just fucking weird and unconventional. Yeah. But I'm actually gonna continue with the whole oration thing,
okay,
if you don't mind. Just that question. At this point of President Obama's career, I don't know if
I'm holding a button right now. Okay, continue, D.respect.
I don't know. I don't know if he's still being coached. But do you think that whoever coaches him on how to make speeches, there's certain, you have to point with this finger in this sort of direction, left and right when you're making sort of social claims. You want to look straight at the camera when you're promising something.
Yeah, dude.
There has to be. You think there's that going on?
Absolutely, because they're speaking a different language up there. They're communicate. They understand the power of body language, and it's like, Mr. President, when you're asked a direct question, it is paramount that you do not look downwards. And if you are going to look downwards, do not look downwards to the left. People can sense that you might be about to utter a falsehood or something like that. I don't know.
Studies have shown that when people look down and they say something, the public doesn't really...
Because it's a package. You're consuming something that's been triple filtered. When you're talking to him, you're not just talking to him. You're talking to his team. He's speaking his words have just been going through so many fucking strainers that you're not even getting his actual opinion, I don't think. And he's probably looking at you and just nodding in a certain way, like, yeah, I actually care about what you think. And you know, that's a great question, d.respect, that you ask. So he's sort of trying to give you some positive reinforcement, but in the meantime, he's like trying to think of a lie or something. And he's like, you know what? I want to first take this moment before I answer a d.respect's question to say that I am just so glad that these internet entrepreneurs that we're living in this time right now. And, you know, this is just great. And you know what? In fact, I talked to a lady. I will get to your question, d.respect. I talked to a woman from Iowa who's running a dildo company from her computer right now. All right? And it is a lovely thing. So he's doing that, and then he may answer your question.
That's
maybe
amazing
not.
how he has to patronize you before.
Yeah, all that shit. But they're taught
He wants
that stuff,
he wants
man.
that vote. He wants that content creator.
You don't come out of the womb fucking know. Maybe there's some people who know how to do it, but you have to be groomed for that shit.
Well, that's
like,
you know that's one quality that what serial killers have, isn't it? Is that they're very charismatic.
yeah.
So I mean, President Obama is fucking just a couple steps above Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah, Mr. President. Yeah, I have a question.
All right, there. First, young man, I'd like to ask you, what is your name?
My name is Steven.
Okay, Stephen.
Yeah.
Please proceed.
Okay, right. So, Huffington Post, Stephen Limsley.
You know, but before you continue, Stephen, I want to let you know I appreciate what you're doing with your job.
Okay.
Journalism is an incredible degree. I actually studied. I took a few journalism courses, and Huffington Post is a great periodical. Continue, please.
Oh, okay. Mr. President, you recently visited Detroit, and everybody is very aware how you basically helped out the automotive industry because you basically bailed them out. So I just want to know in the future.
Okay. Detroit. I'm great that you brought that up. Just let me put this up.
Okay.
I grew up in New York. I know that is not Detroit nor Michigan. However, I went there once. My family, and I want to say that the people of Detroit were really kind to me, and I want to say thank you to those people.
I just like to finish my question, Mr. President.
All right, continue. Sorry about that.
That is great. Yeah, I'd like to finish my question, if you don't mind, if it's okay with you.
All right, continue.
Because I'm feeling kind of chastised because I went to a porn site the other day, and some pop-up came up with the FBI, and you were pointing at me, so we're already getting off on a bad foot here.
Steven, I want to let you know that those videos you were looking at were illegal, and we can talk later on about what should or should not be illegal, pornographically. However, what you were looking at
sounds very sexually suggestive, Mr. President. I don't know if you're inviting me over to your bedroom.
Steven, when I was personally there looking at your computer and I saw what you were looking at, I do not approve, and those activities are banned in every state. Mm-hmm. And you're gay. I don't know. I don't know. We gotta.
And he just runs away.
Yeah.